I'd like to invite Matthew Stone to come forward to speak on his journey on walking the path and service.
Good morning. I was inspired by an old chocolate lab named Beau. Now, before I lose some of you cat lovers in the crowd, because I was warned of this, you can feel free to replace that visual image with your feline friend if you'd like. I don't want you to tune me out. Beau was a volunteer for over 8 years at Our Lady of Peace. He served as a pet therapy dog with my wife, Mary. I firmly believe that this helped lay the foundation for the call to service that my wife, Mary, has. And as a consequence, as it tends to be from wives to their husbands, this translated into my calling as well. Our household quickly became very aware of the needs of others outside of our home. This has impacted all of our senses and awareness of needing to serve others. I bring Beau up as a segue for my speaking of service today because we said goodbye to him in August. And as I look back over 16 years that this wonderful creature had on this earth, it struck me how many lives he had touched, both inside our home and out. The impact service has had on me personally, quite frankly, it's served as a bridge to bring me closer to God spiritually. It's made our family more dedicated to others, and ultimately, hopefully, it's provided an environment for my 8-year-old son so that he truly grows up knowing what it means to serve others. I'd like to share with you just a brief quote that I think is quite applicable to our topic today. It's from Fred Rogers, better known to most as Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers says, "When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find the people who are helping.' To this day, especially in times of disaster, I remember my mother's words, and I am always comforted by realizing that there are still so many helpers, so many caring people in this world." And I don't think there's a genetic marker for it that scientists have discovered, at least not yet, but I firmly believe that the need to serve others lies deep within our DNA. I think it connects us not only to each other, but to a greater sense of God and the spirit of service. You needn't wait for a disaster to do it. The smallest gestures can mean the world to people who desperately need them. Serving others and stepping outside of ourselves, it connects us. It opens our hearts. And that feeling, for those of you who have served in some small way, that feeling that washes over you, that's the Spirit of God speaking to you. And I firmly believe it is proof of God's love to all of us.